Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the...
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Morgan. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tackle made.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Morgan. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
On the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it with Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
A gain of a yard.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And
it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Brings up second and
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. And that is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Carson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's good.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Vikings first down.
Morgan sets up to throw on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Second down.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 3, Seahawks nothing.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now Wilson on second down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Vikings.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again? That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Morgan to throw on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
brought down at the
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Alert, alert, alert. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Switch up.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
36 pounds.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. His throw incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the gun, Morgan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
How many times in the course of the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. run on first down. It's Carson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We got this.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. Switch it, Ken, switch it.
This is Carson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
46-yard line.
Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Penny, a first down carry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brought him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
He was covered by...
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he's got his target. That's more. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 7.
19. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They run again with Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
On the carry.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
On the tackle.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Push him back. Push him back. 55.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Seattle. 2 veterans there. Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down.
44-yard line.
Check it back. Check it back. Watch the eye.
On 1st down, Carson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Handoff to Chris Carson.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
At the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Short of the goal line.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Seahawks 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
First down, Vikings.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, Morgan. And this is Cook with the grab. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
To Dalvin Cook.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
A gain of a yard. First down, Minnesota.
On 1st and 10, it's Morgan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 8-yard line.
Morgan. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Morgan. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
6 at the 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
55 is my guy, 55.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
On 3rd down, Carson finding room inside the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the